It ain't like the man gonna quit someday. Give it up and walk away. One step ahead or you fall behind. A little bit lucky and crazy all the time. Marshall caught him back in the wood down by the creek where the old bridge stood. Blood in the water, body on the shore. He ain't a walking nor talking no more. Marshall Duckworth, his body's on the shore. He ain't a walking nor talking no more. 5 years gone, burn on a wing, moving on up to Maple Spring. The word come down, can't resist the money from a deal like this. Time will surely be the last. One more run like we've done in the past. These boys are new, but they seem okay. Gotta move this load and I'm gone away. Who's that shouting behind the tree, pointing and shooting their guns at me? Lewis Redmond lying on the ground, bleeding from a 6-hole round. Major, he survived that day. He lived 20 years if he lived a day. On his tombstone, what they write, you are the sunshine of our lives. Lewis Redmond, what they write, you are the sunshine of our lives. Major Lewis, what they write, you are the sunshine of our lives. I feel so much prettier now. Well, I started out to be a towboat man, but I never got the hang of a ratchet bar. Eyes are growing up a decking in the Illinois trade with the coal dust in my ear. Got stuck in the ice on Christmas Eve and I froze my ass, it's true. Just a shivering and shaking with a down south case of them Steamboat whistle blues. Captain Wade, I'm sorry, my head is off to you. You've been hanging out by the old cook stove, the Steamboat whistle blues. Way up north, I called to your phone. I couldn't get no one to answer, so I opened up the window and I smoked a little bit and I watched the cars roll by. Gonna hunt you up and ask you, have you found out anything new? Are you hanging to the best you have with the Steamboat whistle blues? I've been right here since 9 o'clock, believe you me, that's true. Just looking at the Waterways Journal and the Steamboat whistle blues. Way up north. Well, the city's grown up where it looks all square like a crossword puzzle on the landscape. Looks like an electric shaver now where the courthouse used to be. The grass is all synthetic. We don't know for sure about the food, but the only thing we know for sure is them Steamboat whistle blues. I'd sit and watch my TV if I thought I could trust the news. The only thing I trust these days, them Steamboat whistle blues. Far out Johnny, well, I heard him say as he stretched out back on the waterbed, bluegrass music is a thing of the past and the same for rock and roll. I loaned him $2 or $3 and he gave me the latest news. Left me here with the Rolling Stone and the Steamboat Whistle Blues. I'll tear off down the river someday before I'm through. Come back here and see it out with the Steamboat Whistle Blues. Why, thank you. Up on the mountain, up on the hill, the fat man lives and he lives there still. He's a-coming to the valley with the 6-quart jar, make you do a turnaround wherever you are. It's a little like the sugar juice your mama used to make in the middle of the summer when the heat was hard to take. A little like a gravy on a corn pone, keep you pouring all day 'cause you can't leave it alone. Come on, boys, take a little higher up to the 14th floor. You can see the whole city and it sure looks pretty through the bottom of a mason jar. It's a long, long ride to the end of the road and the skies are gathered with the rain. Stare through the bottom of the old mason jar, stare and stare again. Down in the city over by the riverside, rolling like a banjo on a summer ride. She's a steam drive wheeler, she's a riverboat queen, rolling through the mighty Mississippi like a dream. Even in the wintertime, even in the spring, she plows that river and there's just one thing: keep the skies clear like a ringing of a bell. Ring it 2 times and again you might as well. Come on, boys, take a little higher up to the 14th floor. You can see the whole city and it sure looks pretty through the bottom of a mason jar. It's a long, long ride to the end of the road and the skies are gathered with rain. Stare through the bottom of the old mason jar, stare and stare again. Up on the mountain, up on the hill, the future president, he's a rambling still. One cupboard full of rosemary and thyme, the other one filled with elderberry wine. He's a-going to the country in a long limousine with this pretty little lady in her blue jeans. Oh, the people gather round, they raise a glass of wine and they lay 'em all down where the moon does shine. Come on, boys, take a little higher up to the 14th floor. You can see the whole city and it sure looks pretty through the bottom of a mason jar. It's a long, long ride to the end of the road and the skies are gathered with the rain. Stare through the bottom of the old mason jar, stare and stare again. Come on, boys, take a little higher up to the 14th floor. You can see the whole city and the stars look pretty through the bottom of a mason jar. It's a long, long ride to the end of the road and the skies are gathered with the rain. Stare through the bottom of the old mason jar, stare and stare again. Well, thank you. He was a dear cowboy, as cold as the clay. Sit ye down by me, hear my sad story. Sit ye down by me, sing me a song. My poor head is aching and my sad heart is breaking. There goes a poor cowboy who knowed what he done wrong. Send for that doctor, come and heal up my body. Send for that preacher, come and pray for my soul. For my poor head is aching and my sad heart is breaking. I'm a poor cowboy and hell is my due. It's 16 pretty maidens, come and carry my coffin. It's 16 pretty maidens, come and sing me a song. Tell them to bring some of them sweet-smelling roses, so they can't smell me as they told me along. Beat the drum slowly, play the fife lowly, play the death march as you carry me along, and throw bunches of lilies all over my coffin. There goes a poor cowboy, knowed he done wrong. Early one morning, past the St. James Hospital. Early one morning, morning in the month of May, as I look through the window and I spied a dear cowboy. He was a dear cowboy, as cold as the clay. All right, that's some Doc Watson for you. Somebody was talking about Doc Watson earlier. Have mercy.